Well, clearly it's the right thing to do. It's something that I know Clive, the director of the museum, and myself have even mentioned in discussion in the past, perhaps less formally than now, and the museum team has always had this at the back of their minds. But it seemed the right thing to do and the right time to do it. We have the 170th anniversary. We have this Scalpe conference, which is bringing to Gibraltar experts from all over the world on Neanderthals. And Gibraltar is developing in its identity, in its status, in its self-confidence. And therefore, we felt that this move had to be made, and this was the time to make it.
And what's the likelihood of this actually happening?
Well, it's varied. I'm very hopeful. I think that we have a very strong case. It's clearly an iconic remain, the first Neanderthal skull, and the second one as well that was also found in Gibraltar. The Gibraltar National Museum, as we have now named it, and rightly so, is more than capable of looking after it, of curating it, nurturing it, cherishing it, exhibiting it. It's a world centre now for Neanderthal research, and it's only right that our two Neanderthals should come back home.
And I imagine that the intention is not just to exhibit the skulls at the museum, but to have them as part of our national identity.
It's part of our identity. They were Gibraltarians of thousands of years ago who lived on our rock, who fished and hunted and loved and were born and died on our rock. There's something very special about Gibraltar and us Gibraltarians. These are Gibraltarians who, because at the time we didn't have the resources in Gibraltar to look after that, even to understand what these skulls were, they went to the right place at the time, the Natural History Museum in London. But Gibraltar has moved on, history has moved on, we want them back, and I am very confident that we will be able to welcome them before too long.
And we've been successful as well in having some other archaeological remains repatriated to Gibraltar.
Yes, indeed. Again, the museum has been very lucky in having a positive response from Jane Eastham, who did research on bird bones in our caves back in the 1960s. These bones had been taken away from Gibraltar, but Clive Finnison, the curator, has been able to talk to this researcher, and she very kindly agreed that they should come back, and only this week they have arrived, and they are now safe and sound within the Gibraltar National Museum's collection.